What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. It's your girl, G Girl. Happy Friday. My condolences to the Thompson family. Boston lost the legend, OG, Don Hazel from Boston 617. I'm just waiting for the artist to come on here. So give him a second. Again, RIP to Don Hazel. He's a legend from Boston 617. So, yeah, Boston's hurting today, for real, for real. Make sure you tune in tomorrow on my cooking show at 11 a.m. I'm going to show you how to make chicken pot pie, easy, quick, and it feeds the whole family. So give the artist a second to come on here and we will start this Iccy Show. Make sure you tune in at 6 p.m. tonight. I got another artist, so stay tuned on that. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everyone's staying healthy. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. My condolences to anyone that lost anyone. And happy anniversary if it's your anniversary. So we're just going to give the artist a second. I'm running a little bit late. I apologize. I was on the phone with the doctors. So while we're waiting for him to come on here, I'm going to give you a breakdown real quick. Right now we got OMF coming on here from Brooklyn. At 6 o'clock I have Demetrius Stewart from Louisiana coming on. Tomorrow I got Melodic and Dead Eyes. And this is interview 433. On the 16th, Mark Slade from Brockton. The 20th, Boo Jones. The 22nd, Trill Will. 26th, Star. 27th, Miss Yami, a.k.a. Miss Dawn King. 28th, Shorty from Loot Squad. So that's for the rest of the month. Here we go. It says adding. Did you update the new program of Facebook? If you could text it on the bottom in the comment, because it's just saying adding. Hi, Star. How you doing, Queen? How you doing? I see you looking beautiful out there. Your backyard is beautiful. Beautiful. I hope you're staying healthy out there. So, I'm just waiting for him to come on here. Again, RIP to Don Hazel and his family. My condolences. Thank you for everyone that donated for his GoFundMe. I really appreciate it. We're just waiting. How you doing, sir? How you doing? We're just waiting for the artist to come on here. Just give me a second. I hope everyone's, staying with those masks up, for real, for real. I'm just waiting for OMF to come on here. That's where, as soon as he gets on here, we will start this Iccy Show. Tune in at 6 p.m. I got another artist from Louisiana. A lot of interviews, I'm telling you, back to back to back. If you want to be a guest on my Iccy Show, inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, IE Brown. I'm booked until May. So don't wait for the last minute to get on my show, because a lot of people they'll call me and ask me to get on that day, but it's Not going to happen. No disrespect to anyone. Tune in every Tuesday at Bible studies at 6 p.m. In 2 weeks, I will have Christian back on here on the Iccy Showw Bible studies. Tomorrow, I got my cooking show. Did you update Facebook? They updated their program. If you didn't update, it's not gonna work. If you go into your notification, will say Facebook updated and just hit accept. That only takes a second to do. I'll wait for you to try to do that if you didn't do it. That's the only reason why you didn't get in. Because I updated it to the program for their new what's up, King? Salute. The Chicago in the building. We got New York in the building. We got Boston in the building. We got California in the building. That's what I'm talking about. I was a little down when I came on here, but I like to see all the states tuning in. I appreciate that. Much love and respect, definitely. Boston's hurting today. We laid Dawn Hazel to rest today. So my heart is broken. My ride bailed out at me at the last minute, so I couldn't go to it. But I did light a candle at my house for him, and a couple of people did. Also, you can see it on my page. The services look beautiful, very beautiful. Purple and silver was beautiful. He well deserved. He went out. He came in as a king and left as a king, and it showed today. Everything looked beautiful. Oh, California. We got 2 people from California. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. OMF. Did you update your program for the Facebook? They have a they updated it. If you didn't update it, anybody that's gonna be on my show, make sure you update it. You gotta update it. Facebook has a new program. They updated their software. If you don't update it, it won't work. I already updated mine. I'll wait on here for you to do it. It takes 2 seconds. All you go in your notifications, and it's going to say Facebook updated their program or the software. I forget exact words. And just hit like accept it to do it for your what's your program, or if you're using your cell phone or your computer. It takes 2 seconds. I'll wait for you, sir. In the meanwhile, while we're waiting for this gentleman to get on here, I will let you know what is in this forecast for the Iccy Show. I'm gonna call it the forecast. So real quick, February, I got Reason from New York on the 5th. February 7th, Piff Man from Boston, 617. The 9th, DJ Trendsetter from Maryland. On the 10th, Dwayne Omar from Boston, 617, but he is in California, and he is a minister. The 11th, Caution from Ohio. 21st, Oxzilla from Boston, 617. 23rd, Rose Stacks from New York. 26th, 3, Ray Riley from Connecticut. On the 28th, Mr. Showbiz from Chicago. That's what I'm talking about. We're international. So I just want everyone to know we are international on the Iccy Show. So salute to everyone, supporting the Iccy Show. This is interview 433 interviews I've done in 3.5 years. So like I said, I'm booked until May. And I do have a couple cancellations in March. Don't sleep on those dates though. There's only 2 or 3 of them. Inbox me, I'll get you those dates. Also, what's going on, Ray Royal? He's from Boston, 617, RB singer from Boston right there. So we're just waiting for the artist to come on here. OMF from Brooklyn, New York. I'll be on his show on February 1st. So, it's about networking. You can't just, sit back and let everything go. You got to keep on networking. I'm hoping he can get on here. I'm really hoping he can get on here. So I'm just giving him a couple extra seconds to get on. Yeah. What you guys getting into this Friday? Friday's not the same no more. And again, my condolences to Mr. Thompson's family. Today they laid him to rest. I wish I got to go to that, but my ride bailed on me, so go to it. So let me see something here. I hit add in again. Maybe you get it this time. Sometimes it's just a glitch in the computer. Keep our fingers crossed. Keep our fingers crossed. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
I don't see you, but we're on.
Harry, how you doing?
Good, good. Where are you, though? We see it.
I'm in I'm in San Francisco.
We can't see you.
Right now.
No, we can't see you. You got to adjust your camera, sir.
Let me see.
There you go. There you go. How you doing, OMF? From
All
Brooklyn.
right. You can see me now?
Yes, we can see you, sir. How you doing today?
Okay, I'm doing fine.
That's good. That's good. So you're in California right now? You're not in Brooklyn?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not in Brooklyn. I'm San Francisco. I left New York back in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what made you go all the way there from New York? Oh, we lost him again. We lost him again. So, as soon as he gets back on here, we will get him back on, see what he's doing out there in California. He got his own podcast. So,
Yeah, say it again.
so you have your own podcast.
Yeah, I'm on Blackout Radio every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have all underground artists come on my show and promote and co-host if they want to, and I play all their music on my show. It's every Wednesday. Um, I've been doing it for the last 3 years on Blackout Radio. I was first doing my TV show. I had a TV show that was canceled because of the coronavirus 3 years ago, and it was Talking Loud, Saying Nothing TV, and it's basically the same thing. I was playing people's videos, have in-studio guests, and underground artists that wants to promote their music and promote hip hop. So that's what I'm basically about, and educating the people about hip hop, because there's a misnomer on how hip hop started. Because I grew up there, and I basically was a groupie back in the day, so I used to go to the shows. So I wasn't rapping then, okay? I was just going to the shows, and so you had to be in it to know. See, there was
Yeah.
no social media, there was no cell phones. You had to be there to know. You understand? So all these people that's making these documentaries that wasn't there, that's not telling the truth. So I had to come back out and let everybody know, because I was upset that people in New York City is allowing somebody that's outside of New York City, that left New York City, that don't know the history of hip hop, could sit up there and tell us about hip hop, and nobody's speaking up. So that's what upset me, right? So I got on them social media, and I'm like, hold on, no, that's not how it happened. That's
So
not how it
are
happened.
you saying that the Wu-Tang, are you saying the Wu-Tang, like their documentary is not real? Or you're saying that other people besides them?
No, Ice-T's video,
Oh, okay.
his documentary on hip hop. I was very upset about that because he did, because it wasn't the truth about hip hop.
Can you turn
Hip
your
hop
TV
started.
down? Can you turn your TV down in the background so we can hear
Okay,
you?
hold on.
What's going on, everyone? Put your area codes where you're tuning in from, please. This is about Get Juicy on the Iccy Showw. This is why I needed to pep me up today.
Yeah. So
I
I'm back.
haven't Ice-T documentary yet. I only follow, like, I'm a fan of Ice-T, but I haven't seen any of his documentary. Wu-Tang's I've seen. I believe them because I know a couple of the 36 Chambers. So Now, what did he say that really set your fire off that made you wanted to come out and, you know, explain it to the people of the hip hop industry?
Because first of all, he wasn't there for none of the shit, the stuff that was happening. See, the DJ is the one that started hip hop. Without the DJ, without the three elements of the first three elements of hip hop, there ain't no hip hop because the original B boys was the DJs, the great dancers. You understand? The first people that started hip hop was B boys. You understand? Not the rap. Now the rappers didn't come to the party till later on. It was the DJ that started hip hop. Then the break dancers and the graffiti art is what started hip hop, and they are the original founders of hip hop, and
Yeah.
they were the original rappers in the beginning. The DJ was the first rappers in the beginning. You understand me? See, they left out a lot of parts of it. You had to have flows, rap skills, and talent to have hip hop, to make hip hop. You had to get this. You had to get this before you had to get this before you could even get on the stage and make a record.
Yeah,
See, it was
yeah.
rap before hip hop. They don't explain that. The DJ
Yeah.
didn't scratch when the DJ came out the house. He wasn't scratching first. See what I'm saying? They just went forward. They don't tell you the beginnings, the original beginnings of hip hop. That's what I'm upset about. I like the Wu-Tang. I haven't watched Wu-Tang, so I can't think. They was youngsters anyway. They wasn't around. You understand? KRS-One was nothing but 8 years old. I mean, he was when hip hop started. He was nothing but 5 or 6 years old. He's
And
56
how
years
old are you? How old are you, if you don't mind me
old.
asking?
61.
61?
Yes. So yes, I was there. Okay. So
What do you
if you
think
want,
made them stop breakdancing? What made you think that they stopped doing it? Because I missed that generation. I was around when that was out, but why did they stop doing it? That's my
because they went from rap to hip hop.
so they just scratched it all together. They need a
Yeah,
break.
they disrespected the original art form. The art form started with breakdancing. Like I said, they went to they feel like they like everybody the goat. You ain't the goat. The goat is the DJ, the breakdancers, and the graffiti artists because they were the original rappers and the original DJs. You understand? Without the three elements, there ain't no MC. You get it?
Yes.
Because
No,
because
I
they
know.
because the DJ taught you how to flow first. Who do you think how you think the MC first learned how to rap on the mic? It was the DJ that taught them how to rap on the mic. It was the DJ, it was the rappers first, right? Hello. The
So are you
breakdance.
a rapper? All right. What are you just a host? Are you a rapper?
I'm a rapper too, but I'm not really a rapper. I'm an MC, really. MC. I'm from the school of MCing. Again, I'm not no rapper. I'm an MC. Because you had to be an MC first before you became a rapper. You can't be a no rapper without being an MC first. See, again, they didn't tell you the truth again. You had to be an MC first. You had to flow first. You had to freestyle first. I'm not talking about writing. Again, this new school stuff is about writing. You write your stuff now. You had to come off top of your head.
Yeah, that's
They don't tell you that. The original art form is coming off the top of your head. Spoken word that's where they got it from. Spoken word, a cappella. That's what hip hop started. If the MC started out doing that first, they didn't just get on the mic again. The MCs are arrogant. You are not the GOAT. All these people talking about I'm the best. No, 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 no. You're not the best because you had to learn from somebody. We don't
you're right.
respect elements. The reason why I'm upset because we don't respect the elements of hip hop, the original elements of hip hop. We just celebrate hip hop. Hip hop sold out our music art form. They get butt naked on stage now. You don't have to have no rap skills to rap to make hip hop now. Your grandma just watch TV. Then that's not hip hop, that's pop.
Yes.
You
I
know
don't
what I'm
like.
saying?
How do you feel about the drill music? Are you for it or you're against it?
The what?
The drill music. How do you
What's
feel
the
about that?
what's the drill music?
That's the new music that everybody is copying each other and going how they rap, how they flow, how they spit.
That's
And
not hip hop. Again, you have the original. You have to have your own sound, your own distinct sound. Again, this is not hip hop again because they didn't teach you. I'm not upset at the youngsters. I'm upset at the OGs because the OGs didn't teach them right. The OGs sold them out, told them to take off their clothes. It's the OGs that's running hip hop. It's not the youngsters running hip hop. Look who's running hip hop. They sold out an art form again. It goes back to the beginning. It was rap first. You had to have rap skills. You had to get dissed before you get on the stage. Everybody had to go battle in the beginning, ask somebody. Ask KRS-One, ask the originals. You understand me? This new stuff, like I said, this documentary is a bunch of garbage because they don't tell you the truth. Like they got this, they got the B-boys that's making the documentary. I don't know if it's out yet, but they got the B-boys that you ain't never heard of, that nobody talks about. Like again, they disrespect our art form. Hip hop is what sold out our art form. Hip hop, you could do anything, you could dance, you could do it. That's not the original. You had to have flow first.
Right. So do
Every
you think
beat,
I will go back to breakdancing or no? You think it's gone for
no,
good?
you're never gonna go. Hip hop is gone now. It's all about the money. It's not about the art form no more.
That stinks. You know, I wish I grew up from the 90s. My era, I'm a 70s baby. And I grew up on the 80s, 90s of hip hop. And, what it is now and what it is then. And that's what I don't like the drill music because they're all the same flow. I like you to be original. I like to hear everyone's unique quality, the sound, how they're making beats, how they're spitting on the beats. And I'm old school. They call me old school because I like the old school hip hop. And it's sad because I remember what was that movie? Dang, what was that movie? Oh, so long ago, but people don't know what I'm talking
Crush
about.
Groove, Crush
Huh?
Groove, Crush Groove, Crush
No.
Groove. Which one? Breaking.
Yeah, they
Okay,
break dance in it.
when they was doing the break dancing and stuff in it. That's
Yeah.
breaking.
Okay, yeah.
You did they send it in them kids to college? You see, they stole like again. Again, they stole our music. They used our music again. They took these kids, gave them a little dollar. None of them kids went to school. You know, half of them killed each other.
Right. It's true.
That's what I'm saying. They used them people again. They used us. We sold out, and we sold out for a little bit of money, and we didn't know how much millions of dollars they make off. You saw how much millions of dollars they make off hip hop. How much we don't even making half that money. You
Yeah.
understand me? Everything is in hip hop. You don't even have to make hip. You don't have to rap no more.
Right.
You just use hip hop. They use hip hop to make money. You got
Right.
pop singers that have hip hop in their music and they making millions of dollars.
Right.
Same thing,
Right.
pop, everything. They use hip hop. They don't have to rap no
Right.
more. They just use our art form or get one of these rappers to be on their song and make $1 million. And I'm saying we sold out. Ain't no way we should be allowing, we should have never, what my problem is, we should have never incorporated our music in other forms of music and let people use our music and make it. We ain't get paid.
I remember going to the
We get
basketball
dump
court.
change. Again,
Um,
you
at the
feature, you get,
at
wait
the
a minute.
basketball court, they had breakdancing going on when I was growing up. They would have the wood down, and you would see at the park people all coming together from the neighborhood and breakdancing on the basketball court. You don't see that no more. And it stinks because, I love going, when I go to New York, I love going to all the graffiti. Everybody knows, send G Girl to the graffiti locations because I love to take the pictures. I was at Marcy Projects the other day, and I love that because I feel like everybody in New York treats, it depends where you go, but they show you a lot of respect, especially when they know that you're in the industry, like how I am. I'm a host like you, and I've been in the music industry since 2008. And when I started, I used to have my own nightclubs, hosting them, and interviewing artists at the nightclubs. But now I like to do this because you get to, I'm international now, and I get to interview different artists from UK all the way to Brooklyn. And, you know, hip hop originated out of New York. And then, you know, some people say, oh, no, it was from over here, over here. It's back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And it originated from New York. And I get in arguments with people because they'll sit there and they'll say, no, it came from our state. And I'm like, no, everybody knows hip hop originated in New York, and you're an OG. So why don't you come out with, like, you know, a show on, you know, do you have anything like from back in the days, like to, you know, show how it used to be and stuff? The railway.
No, that's my thing. I left New York years ago when I didn't even think hip hop was coming out. You see, I went overseas. Like I wasn't willing to the military in 1980. I left when Curtis Blow made his song, when Rappers Delight came out, and Curtis Blow, The Breaks came out. So I left in 1980. So I went into the military for 6 years. So I lived in Japan for 3 years. So
Oh,
I was listening. So I was listening to Curtis Blow and and Rappers Delight. That was the only thing out there, right? That was the only thing that was big, that was commercially. So Rappers Delight and the Breaks is the only thing that was really running thing. So I didn't know hip hop was gonna be like that. You know, we never thought it was gonna jump off like that. But like I said, it changed. It went from rap to hip hop, and now you see what it is now. Now you could do anything. And see, back then you couldn't do that when it first happened. Like I said, you had to battle somebody. I'm sorry, that was what I forgot to say when I said battling and get dissed. I meant battling because the DJ started the battling again. You see again,
yeah.
DJ started the battling. The break dancers started the battling. The graffiti artists start the battling. They don't tell you that in the documentary. Again, without the three elements, there ain't no MC again, because
Right.
the original MCs was a DJ. The original MC was a graffiti artist. The original MC was the break dancers.
Mhm.
Go back and look. That's what I'm saying. They don't tell you that. They left all that out. And I'm here to tell you they ain't telling you the truth. That's why I said I get on interviews and let everybody know what they telling you about hip hop is a bunch of BS. I'm gonna be nice about it. It's a bunch of BS.
Oh, we got cut off. So he's an OG from New York, Brooklyn, New York. So he's telling us how hip hop originated. You know, he's an OG, so he's been there. He's 61 years old. And I had DJ Boston Black on here, excuse me, a month ago, and he was talking about the same exact thing what this gentleman is talking about, how hip hop originated. And it's crazy because when I grew up, I used to love that break dance and seeing how they get down and doing all those twists, and I could never do that, but seeing them do it. And you know, it's crazy because a lot of artists don't remember breakdancing. They're like, what? They'll look at me like when I say, oh, you breakdancing. I love that. And when I say, oh, this drill music, it's not like what hip hop used to be. And they'll look at me like, how can you say that? You're in the industry, but it's the truth. Like this OG is saying to you guys right now. And, you know, that's important because you should be your own unique artist. You shouldn't have to copy another artist with the flow of what they're doing off this beat or this beat. Get your original beats, guys. I got a beat. My artist that I manage, he's a beat maker, Colombian Dragon. Link with me. He got a special until the 15th on beats. They're 150 until the 15th, and then they go back to $500. Everyone's like $500 a beat. He makes them by hand. He doesn't take a song or a beat from before and then chop it up and put another beat from another song and make it. No, he originally sits on the keyboard and makes his own beats, and that's important. A lot of people don't realize that. I'm trying to get this guy back. Hold on 1 second. You know, that's important. So link with me if you need beats, guys. For real, for real. I'll send you the undergroundent.com is the website. Go check them out. For real, for real. Underground Breaker ENT.com. Sorry, GROUNDBREAKERENT.com. I just added you again, sir. Should be in notifications. I don't know why it keeps on cutting you off. What's going on, everyone? Put your area codes where you're tuning in from. I see Cali in the building. I see Ohio in the building. I see Boston in the building. What's going on, everybody? R.I.P. Don Hazel. Today he was laid to rest. Beautiful services. Beautiful service. Here we go. What's up, JC? Run DMC. Yes. Run DMC is one of my favorite. For real, for real. I'm saying adding. I don't know if it's your service. Maybe it's a service. I would be the only one blaring that Run DMC and Wu-Tang, and people look at me like, this girl's crazy. But I love it. I loved it. You know why? Because they have a lot of bass. And when you make a beat, if you don't have that bass, you can't get into that rhythm. You can't feel it through your body. You want to be able to feel that music, that vibration, and make you get in your moods. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that. They look at me when I say bass. Yeah, you need to have that bass going. My artist got the bass going. If it doesn't, I'll be like, put more bass on that. Jesse, come on, put that bass on those beats. And he does. His beats got the bass, and you need to feel that vibration. What's going on? Why isn't this adding? LOL, rock the bells. Yes, yeah. And you know something? Also, what was that artist? Okay, I was saying to someone the other day, Prince. We grew up on Prince. What else did we grow up on? What is this? I'm trying to get the OG back on here so he can tell us. What was her name? Samantha Fox. No one remembers these artists, and they look at Debbie Gibson, you know, and it's like, these are artists that I remember, and you know, they came and they went. But Janet Jackson, you don't hear her music no more. And these are great talent artists. And I feel like, you know, if you have a gift, and they should keep on going. I don't know what's going on with this thing. The Jackson 5. A lot of great talent. It says adding. I don't know if it's your reception. Make sure you tune in at 6 p.m. tonight. I got another interview at 6, guys. Don't forget. Tune in at 11 a.m. I'm going to show you how to make some homemade chicken pot pie. Got to put some Cameo in it. Got to put some Cameo. In what, JC? Cameo in what, hun? So again, tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. I got 2 artists on that exclusive interview. This is an interview 433 interviews I've done in 3.5 years. So I'm just trying to get this OG back on here. I don't. What's going on? Oh yeah, Cameo. I thought you were saying Cameo like the. Yeah. There's a lot of great back in the day groups. You know, the flow of like Method Man, their beats, no one got their beats, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of a kind. And that's what I like about Wu-Tang, Run DMC. You know, the DJs are important, and it sucks that they don't use the turntables as much as they used to. Damn, someone's blowing up my page with tagging me with mad stuff. Let me add you again, sir. It just says adding, so I think it might be your reception, but we need to get you back on here because I want to ask you some questions on a couple of artists from back in the day. What's going on, Des? What's going on, everybody? Salute, salute, salute.
Okay, I'm back.
Sir, why do you think what happened to Janet Jackson? Why do you think she's not doing her music when she had a great talent?
I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't. You got me on that one. So give me an update on it because I haven't heard about that.
I don't know. That's why I was asking you. As an OG, I wanted to know. And there was a couple of people were saying on here as you got off. Do you remember Run DMC? How do you feel about?
Yeah,
Did you think they were good?
Run DMC. They the GOAT. They the ones that if it wasn't for them, they ain't no rap. You understand? Like when I came back from, like I said, I forgot before I broke off. I went overseas, and like I said, it was I didn't think hip hop was gonna jump off like that. When I came, like I said, it was rap. I know rap. I knew hip hop is rap. You understand? So when I came back home, that's when hip hop started. Okay, so that's when they changed it from rap to hip hop. Is when I came back because it was hip hop. That's when I said came back. This new hip hop. When I came out, Run DMC came out with Hard Times in 1982. So Run DMC came out with Hard Times. When I to came back to America in 1983, Hard Times was playing, and Grandmaster Flash, The Message
Yeah.
was out, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, Run DMC is the GOAT. Without Run DMC, you wouldn't be on MTV. You wouldn't be nothing. Yeah, Run
Facts.
DMC is the GOAT. You
Facts,
want to
Jay.
talk about the GOAT? You want to talk about the GOAT? You see, you got a lot of people out here talking about they the GOAT. They wasn't even around. If it wasn't for Run DMC, they ain't no none of the Wu Tang, ain't none of that. They wouldn't be making no videos. Wu Tang was youngsters, so they only know about hip hop from what they heard.
No, 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 no. Papa Wu was around. Papa Wu's an OG. He was
Okay,
he was an
yeah, the
OG.
Wu Tang is a big family. Yeah, you're right.
They're a big
Okay,
family.
yeah,
They've been
okay.
around for many years. They're one of the originators. So I got to stick up for them because I know that for a fact. And there's different chambers of when they started, when they came out of that selection of the chambers. So Wu-Tang is one of the originators. I got to stick up for them because Papa Wu, he's been around. He's an OG. He passed away 2 years ago, and he's from New York.
They wasn't around. No, they wasn't around when the Treacherous Three, and they was no, they was not around. None of
Papa
they
Wu,
Wu Tang. They wasn't around. It wasn't around when Treacherous Three and them was out. The original Funky 4+1. You didn't know about no. You didn't know about Mantronics. You don't know about Audio 2. You talk about Ultramatic MCs. You see what I'm saying? People that we don't respect. The originators of hip hop is not Wu Tang. The original hip hop
I didn't say they were the original. I said they were one of the original. I didn't say they
they
were.
was
They were
they
one of the
came they
because it was
came late to they
around
came
that were around.
when I was going to the shows. Wu Tang wasn't around. When I was going to the shows back in the 70s, 76 and 77, Wu Tang wasn't around. When DJ Hollywood and Eddie Cheeba was rocking the Hotel Diplomat up on 43rd and 8th Avenue in Manhattan, Wu Tang wasn't in the building.
No, they came out in '80s. I want to
That
say.
okay, that's what I'm saying. But hip hop started in '73. Okay, I mean not hip hop. Rap started in 1973. Hip hop started, like you said, in 1980 with Rappers Delight. That's what changed. That's what made hip hop. That's what started hip hop. Okay, these guys was youngsters. Again, look at their age. Think about it. KRS-One is 56 today. Rap 56. So how old he was when in 1973? Do the
Who?
math. I'm talking about KRS-One. I'm talking about KRS-One. I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying. I'm saying.
40 something. I think he's 40.
No, he's 54. No, he's 56.
Okay, well, I didn't know exactly.
So he was 6 years old when hip hop started. He was 5.
So wait,
When the DJs came out the house and put they and hooked up their equipment to the light poles, KRS-One was 5 years old.
But they're in the beginning of the generation.
They came in he's in the 70s generation, right? He was okay. Now remember, what generation is he? The 70s, right? He came in the late 60s.
Yeah, he's 60 because I'm 70.
He was born in 66, right?
I don't know his birthday.
He's 56 today. He was 56 today.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so we do the math. So he was 6 years, he was 5 years old when hip hop started. So
Okay,
LL was 8 years, I mean LL, he's 50, he was born in 68. So he was 5 years old when hip hop when hip hop started, right? So how did it go? How did it go, Dan? He talking about he'd go. He was 5 years old when rap started. He's hip hop again.
Right.
He's not rap, he's hip hop. Again, let's put it in the right, let's get it right. Let's tell the truth. LL is not rap music, he's hip hop. He was 5 years old when hip hop started. Rap started. KRS-One he's 56. So he was 7. He was 7 years old. He's 2 years older than LL Cool J. If I do the math correctly, so LL was born in 68. So KRS-One was born in what? 66. Because he's 2 years older than him. So they was youngsters. They don't know nothing about rap music. You can't call yourself the GOAT when you wasn't around. You was a little kid.
What about Soul Train? Were you around with Soul Train?
Yes, I was around when I'm 61 years old. I was around when Martin was having his dream. I was born when he was having his dream. So I know when hip hop came out, like I said, I know when the DJ came out the house, when he was playing music in the house, and he came out and hooked his stuff up to the light poles in the park. And there was no MC out there. There was break dancers and a DJ. Okay, tell the truth. How you to go?
Tell the truth. Who are you saying that to? You saying that to me, or you saying that?
No, I'm saying to all the people that has this misunderstanding about hip hop. You was youngsters when hip hop started. You were youngsters when hip hop started. If you do your ages, the ages tell you the truth. My age, I tell you, my age is 61 years old. So I was there when this shit started. Okay, right. You need to come ask me. You understand me? Like you said, I need to have a doc, but there ain't nobody gonna listen to me. I ain't LL Cool J. I ain't Ice-T. I ain't no big time nobody. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me.
So, did you ever go to Soul Train or no?
No. I went to the show. I got a question
for you from once, JC. He's saying, ask him who was the first girl rapper. I believe it was Blondie.
No.
Who was it?
There was a bunch of them. The first female rappers was Shah. What's their name of the Sequence. Shah Rock from Funky 4+1 was one of the first female rappers. Okay, you want to talk about the first female rappers? It was Shah Rock from Funky 4+1 was the first female to be on a record with MCs. Yeah, they were not rappers again. They was MCs.
A month ago, he mentioned that she was the first female. So you're right about that. DJ Black said that last month on the interview. So
she was one of the first. She was like I said, there's a lot of people they don't talk about They don't show the respect to them because, like I said, Queen Latifah and all of them, they was little kids when Chirac and them made music.
Right.
Again,
Right.
a lot of these youngsters are arrogant again because they wasn't around. Again, they were little kids. I was 13 when I was 13 when hip hop started in 1973.
Who was the first white rapper? Female. Someone's asking.
First, Roxanne, that girl, Rhea Roxanne. The first, no, I'm sorry, Tina Marie.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about her. They talk about her as a pop singer, as a pop singer doing songs with Rick James, but she could rap. Tell me she didn't rap on her songs.
No, she did, but also says she's a soul.
Yes, she was a showstopper.
Tina Turner.
None of these people, none of these rappers. Wait a minute. She didn't need no band. Wait, she was a showstopper. These people need a band. They need a posse. They need dancers. No, the original, like I said, let's talk about original. The original MCs and the original rappers didn't need no posse, didn't need no dancer. It was the mic, the beat, and the rec, and the mic, the beat, and the stage.
What about Tina Turner?
Tina Turner wasn't no rapper.
No, but she was in the industry. How do you feel about her music?
Tina Turner was the bomb. Black people don't like Tina Turner because she did rock music. Black people not really into rock music.
But they should respect her. She had a great talent.
They didn't like Prince either, right? How many black people like Prince? Okay, Prince. Okay, Prince was like I said. We don't respect. Like I said, we don't have respect because without Prince, there ain't no hip hop. Without James Brown, there ain't no hip hop. Without Parliament, there ain't no hip hop. Without Fatback Band, there ain't no hip hop. Again, they don't put that in the documentary. They left all of that out. You see what I'm saying? The founders of hip hop is not the MC. Again, the MCs are arrogant. There ain't no MC without Parliament, without James Brown, without Prince. Prince is the one that, Prince had a lot of invested in hip hop in the beginning. Do you know that?
I know. When I lost you on the live, I actually brought Prince up in the beginning of this interview.
Black people don't like Prince because they wasn't into Prince. Prince made dope music.
Oh yeah,
he's the dope. Oh wait, Michael Jackson. When you talk about talent, Prince and Michael Jackson is above the rest. Ain't nobody could touch them too.
Oh yeah,
no.
Michael
no,
Jackson.
Prince.
They were doing the dances. He was doing those dances backwards, and that's a great talent to be. Thriller, all those.
Where you think the break dancers got their dancing from? Michael Jackson. Hello.
I know.
The robot, right? Don't they do the robot with original break dancers was doing the robot, right? Tell me I'm not lying.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Michael Jackson, I feel, he was one of the
James Brown too. They use James Brown dances too in the Jackie Wilson. Okay, when you talk about the origins of hip hop, the MC came late to the party. The MC's arrogant. They not telling you the truth.
I actually had a DJ on here a month ago from Boston, 617, DJ Black. He's an OG. And he was talking about, like, I don't know if you've seen that interview. He was talking about, hip hop when it originated, and a lot of these names you're bringing up, he mentioned it on it. And, artists don't respect the DJs nowadays. They just expect you to play their music and that's it. But if your music isn't banging, why should the DJ play it if you're not originating? A lot of these artists nowadays, they sound all the same with all the gibberish, with all the drill music. And, like you were just saying, you have to go back and be unique, be your own artist. And I always say that on my show. I say, all you artists out there, Don't copy another person. Be your own artist. Be your own gift. You know, and auto tunes, they're using auto tunes a lot. You know, and that's not the real voice, because you're making your voice sound like something else that's not you.
But that's not hip hop again. My problem is, again, I ain't got no problem with you making music, but don't call it hip hop. Again, like you said, using auto tunes, that's not authentic, right?
Right.
Again, you just said it, right? I didn't say it. You said that, right? I didn't tell you to say that. You said that. There's a lot of people that agree with me, but a lot of people just taking their money and just ain't saying nothing. But that's what I said. A lot of people is not gravitating towards me because I'm telling the truth. When the truth come out, people run from the truth. Okay. We don't like to hear the truth. Okay. And the truth is the MCs some arrogant people. They not the GOAT again, because I just proved it to you that there's a lot of people that started hip hop and they wasn't around. They was little kids. They was on again, they was little kids when this stuff started. The MC, there ain't no MC without James Brown, without the Last Poets. The Last Poets wrote rap first. Mara Angelou, the poets. Okay, look at the poetry. Ain't hip hop poetry? Isn't hip hop poetry? It's the rhyme. You rhyme, right? That's poetry, right? Okay. So how you to go?
Why don't you try to interview artists from?
They don't want to be on my show. The OGs don't want to touch me. You know who be on my show? The youngsters, because the youngsters gravitate me. I ain't got no problem with the youngsters. The youngsters love my show. They call my show. It's the OGs that want to talk to me because they don't want to hear what I got to say. They don't like what I got to say. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth that you're sold out. And you got these youngsters out here taking off their clothes and don't have no rap skills and no rap flows. They support people that can't rap. I'm upset that people that can't rap making more money than LL Cool J. I got people making more money. We got people that can't rap making more money than Rakim. They can't touch them. That's what it said. Don't call it hip hop.
Shout out to Rakim.
That's my problem. Do not call it hip hop, because that is not hip hop. Hip hop is original. You have to have rap skills, talent, and flow to make hip hop. Hip hop changed everything. Hip hop sold out our art form. Gangster rap sold out our art form. Booty shaking music sold out our art form, because we didn't do that in the beginning. You had to have flow. You had to get this. You had to battle somebody. You had to have skills. You had to have lyrics.
Yeah.
And it wasn't written down. This new school stuff, everybody's on Facebook and they battle each other. They ain't all of that stuff is written. They sit down there and practice it. And they memorize that stuff. I want you to get on the mic and do it off the top of your head without writing down nothing. How many of them would get up there and do it? They can't do it because that's the original art form. They're not telling you the truth. You had to have it come off the top of your head. Ask KRS-One. KRS-One could write his stuff. I'm not saying that KRS-One don't write his stuff, but he know how to do it. He could do it. You could listen. If you listen to his music in the beginning, it was all freestyle. He wrote that down, and he can do freestyle right now with it. Get on the mic right now and do it.
Yeah, there was an artist from Boston. There's a couple from Boston that I know that could do it off of their head. I used to go to the battle shows, and one of them was a great. I had him on my show 2 years ago, and his name was he actually passed away this summer. R.I.P. Love, and he actually could sit there and just spit. And he would just be rhyming and, putting some dates in there, mixing it and matching. And, that was off the dome of his head. And, I get more zoned in to artists like that than sitting there or, they got to practice it, sit there, write it down, practice it, because I feel it's fake. I feel like it's not really, the originate, like you're saying. And that's what sucks now with the music. I'm an old school person, selling CDs by hand. This new zip drive or whatever they're doing, I'm old school. we used to put up the flyers by hands on the telephone poles, on the
Right.
cars after to promote the next show and stuff. They don't do that no more. Everything's on online or technology. You know, like you said, we
It's
didn't
fake.
grow up on technology, and we survived back then. We used to get to state without technology. And I'm not for the technology. I'm one of the old school. You know, when I see artists in the studio and I see them on their phone, I'm like, bring that notebook back, bring that pencil back. And they're like, oh, we don't do that. And I say, you know, the originator, I mean, the old schools artists, they used to turn around and have the notebook. They used to have the paper. And, you know, I know a couple of artists up to this day, very few have milk crates of notebooks with all their rhymes that they've written. And, you know, and I respect that more than the technology, because I feel like you throw that phone out, you lose that phone, you're gonna lose all your music. And you know, I understand if you're writing a lot of material that you might not be able to remember all of your exact wording. But you know, I feel like, you know, as DJs, I feel like the DJs bring back, you know, the scratching. There's a lot of DJs that don't. They just press a button now. And I feel like going to a show, I don't like going to a show when you're just pressing a button. There's DJ Black in Boston, 617. He's an OG. Up to this day, he has his own show, and he plays artists' music, and he sits there and he scratches. And I love that. That's more in tune to me than sitting and press a button and you hear sirens and you hear this and gunshots and all that, when you can hear the scratch to it. I think that's very important.
Oh, yeah, I don't need to say anything else. You said it all. There's nothing else to be said. There's nothing. I can't even come back on that one because you done said it all. It's all fake now. You got DJs that have DJs next to their name and they ain't no DJ. The
Yep.
DJs I know about is Grandmaster Flash. You know what I'm saying? I know about Melly, Grandmaster Flash, DJ Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, Pete Rock, you know what I'm saying? Jazzy Jeff, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about Kid Capri, you know what I'm saying? DJ Red Alert, they were DJs. They just stealing your money. You understand? They got these people putting their name there to DJ. I ain't never heard of them.
Yes, and
You
it's
know,
true.
sold out you, but you're making booty shaking music and you're living in mansions now. What DJs you know live in mansions? Look at DJ. You're saying they got DJs now that I ain't never heard of. That's living in that's sitting chilling with a pool. Grandmaster Flash ain't got no mansion. Jazzy Jeff ain't got no mansion.
Yeah.
DJ Red Alert ain't got no mansion. We got all these DJs now that got mansions, sipping yak in the next door pool with a bunch of women with no clothes on.
How do you
That's
feel about
great.
DJ Khaled? Are you
That's the main one. Never heard of him. Where was he? I ain't never heard of him till he started making that booty. Till he support them booty shaking music. I ain't never heard of him.
No, he don't
I ain't
really
never heard of him.
really actually he don't really have that booty shaking. He's actually respectful. He actually does a
No,
lot of
he make most of his music. I don't see most of his music, and most of the people just shaking. That's
no,
not.
he's a big DJ. You got to do your research on him. I respect him 1000%. He's doing it. He's putting he's including his children in his business. You know what I'm saying? And he's including them in the videos. He's including the children, and I think that's important because it's not about the booty shaking. He's including his children with the children of the future, and that's why I respect DJ Khaled, because he's doing that. Artists that don't do, you know, DJs that aren't including the children, and what you're saying about the booty shaking, I'm not for the booty shaking. A booty shaking is for the strip club. Keep that at the strip club. You know, music's. What's going on, Mark Slay? What's going on? Everybody, salute, salute, salute. I'm trying to, and you know, the I understand what you're saying about the booty shaking. He's actually a
They,
big DJ, and a lot of people, you know, he's for the artist, and the quality is good. And you know, it's things that DJs do only. There is some DJs out there now that only use booty shaking, you know, music, as you say, and you know that should be at the strip club. You know, keep that music there, keep it. If you
but
want
don't
to be
call it hip
stripping,
hop. Don't call it hip hop. Okay, this is my thing. Put it
right,
in a hip hop should be in different categories now. You do your stuff, but don't call it hip hop. That's not hip hop. Taking off your clothes, shaking your ass is not hip hop. Okay, you gotta have rap skills, talent, and flow to make hip hop. Shaking your ass and taking off your clothes is not what kind of rap skills is that? They don't got rap skills. They don't got flow. They ain't got talent. You shouldn't be on making. You should be making hip hop at all. I'm upset because I got to sit up here and I can make and I can rap better than them and they make more money than me and I can't my records can't be people won't download my records because I ain't shaking my ass and I ain't talking about dancing. They buy my records, ain't coming on my show because I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a hip hop is a universal. It should be everybody should be able to eat. Okay, if you want to shake your music, shake your ass, I should be able to eat too.
right,
That's what hip hop started. We always eating at the beginning. Okay? We was getting robbed, but we was eating together. We ate together. We slept together. We died together again. We had togetherness. Okay? Hip hop is not together now. Hip hop is just one side. It's just over here. You got to be over here in order for you to make money. If you ain't over here, ain't nobody feeling you, ain't nobody buying your records, ain't nobody putting you on your show. People don't come on my show because they don't like what I got to say. Because if I gotta say, okay, that's hip hop in order for you to be on my show, it ain't gonna happen.
right.
I'm not gonna say that's hip hop. I'm gonna say that's trash. That's what I say on my record show because I could say that because when I get on other people's show, not yours, I'm not talking about you. I've been on other people's show, they cut me off. Oh, we can't go talk about that. We got to go. You know what I'm saying? Or hang up on me. Like I said, I have a right to my opinion, right? God gave us all a voice to speak, right? So
Yeah,
he didn't say for me to speak your voice. If I don't think like you, don't act like you, don't talk like you why you hating on me? You the hater.
right,
You are the hater because I have a right to my own opinion. I was there. I went to the show. I could back up what I talk about. If ain't nobody has contradicted anything I've said, they have not liked what I said. They not have got on my show and contradicted anything I said either, because they know better. Because I'm 61 years old, I was there. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Grew up there. Went to the shows. Went to the shows when the DJ came out the house. He wasn't scratching in the beginning. He was just playing records. And black people, what black people like to do, they like to dance. That's how they came up with break dancing. Okay, what we like to do, we could instead of going to school, we could draw. So we drew. That's how we knew where the next show was. The DJ, the break dancers knew where the next show was.
yeah. It's true.
There was no MC again. MC was on the corner battling each other on the corner. That's how MCs was on the corner. Throw your hands up in the air, wave them like you just don't care. The roof is on fire. It was a DJ, and the
Yeah,
DJ, and not only New York was not the only one that was doing hip hop. L.A. was doing hip hop too.
yeah,
Detroit was doing hip hop too. Chicago was doing hip hop too. But the origins of hip hop started in the Bronx. But don't tell me it's universal. Hip hop was universal. It was rap. It was rap, like I said, was universal. It went overseas. The people overseas know more about hip hop than they do over here, than Americans do. You go ask them who the GOAT is, how hip hop started. They'll tell you the MC wasn't at the DJ came over with the beat first. The DJ took the music overseas first, and it was not no MC. They was just making beats.
right. These DJs nowadays that the new generation, you guys gotta listen to this OG. What he's saying, don't press the button. You gotta be sitting there scratching. If you're not scratching, you can't call yourself a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't got no flow, and you ain't got no rap skills. You're not a rapper. You had to be an MC first. You had to, if you can't freestyle, you're not a rapper. Like, oh, that's another thing. If you can't freestyle, you're not a rapper.
Yeah. What about
you,
remember the 8-tracks?
Yes, the 8-tracks, Blowfly, the first sex tape, Blowfly. You know what I'm talking about? Super Rhymes. What you know about Super Rhymes? Oh, Super Rhymes. You don't remember that?
No. I remember
Super Rhymes. You don't remember that?
no.
Oh, come on. That's like you was when you went back to 8-track. That's what I thought about, Super Rhymes.
Nah, I had Kenny
And
Rogers.
he was talking about Superman and Lois Lane before Big Bang Hank and Rapper's Delight. He came out before Rapper's Delight. They was before Rapper's Delight. Blowflies and Super Rhymes was out before Rapper's Delight and Curtis Blow. I'm talking about these people that we don't talk about.
Right. I understand what you're saying, definitely.
So you're not the GOAT. Again, you didn't know how to flow without them. How could you know how to flow? How these MC, like I said, these were kids, okay? So who taught them how to flow? They was 5 years old, right? When hip hop started, right? It was females rapping before the males were, okay? Oh, you done open up another can of worms now. When you asked me about who was the first female rapper, right?
I didn't ask you. There was a customer. I mean, there was someone in the audience. They were asking the question, and I was reading the comments on here. They were asking.
The females was rapping before Curtis Blow and Sugar Hill Gang and KRS One and LL Cool J and Rakim. The females was rapping before them. They were little kids. They don't tell you that. Shot Rock.
You want to rap something for us on here?
You were talking loud. You ain't saying nothing. You're fronting. You sell out hip hop because I'm back on the block because it just don't stop. Because I'm coming with the music. They call it classic hip hop because it's classic hip hop because it's always on my mind. Check out my music because I'm straight from the grind because I'm the old man posse and I'm the straight up production because I'm all up in your jams because I'm all up in your functions because this is what I do when I come in with my flow. I'm coming with the music to come to let you know because I'm straight from the underground coming in your town. Lyrics so fat because I'm all up in your, because yeah, but I messed up, but anyway. But
that was off your top of your head?
Yeah.
Okay. I see you, OG over there. So where would you like to see hip hop go when the next generation comes around? Which would be my children, your grandchildren, probably.
What I really let to tell you, hip hop is so far gone. There's nothing for us to. Ain't no way we're gonna be able to bring it back because it's too far gone. It's about the money now. It's not. It's too far gone. Right. You know, they're not. You know what I'm saying? All I could see is educating the kids and helping them, showing them that you instead is better. I mean, there's better things than to take off your clothes. You know, elevate your mind. Pick up a book. If you don't go to school, at least go pick up a book and read.
Read the dictionary.
I'm not telling you, yes, because Malcolm X, like you said, Malcolm X educated himself by memorizing the dictionary. Okay, yeah, so I'm not if you're not going to go to school, pick up a book and learn how to read and change your languages. When you make hip hop, at least have something to say and at least have some respect. You know what I'm saying? And learn some other words than N word, the B word, talking about how you having sex and all of that. You know the words they use. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to use the words they use, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know. Pick up a dictionary and learn some different words, okay? And you know what I'm saying? And learn about yourself, learn about your history, learn about your people. You understand me? And it's all lives matter, not Black Lives Matter. We need to tear up that T-shirt. It's all lives matter.
Okay,
Real
okay,
lives
okay.
matter. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I want to do. I want to see the change because Martin Luther King, like Martin Luther King's birthday is coming up next
Yes.
week
Monday.
for
Happy
Thursday.
Martin Luther King Day this
Yeah,
month.
you know what I'm saying? He had a dream. He had a dream. So we need to carry on his dream. We need to respect ourselves, respect our culture, respect our women, respect our men, respect, period. Go back, like I said, you know, stay alive and free. Put on a mask. All you again, that don't want to wear a mask, kill yourself. There's other people that want to live. Okay, the reason why this coronavirus is going around, keeps spreading around, because people are so damn arrogant. Oh, I don't need to wear a mask. You're spreading the damn disease. Why don't you get a grip? If you would have did what he said, or just did what they said, this thing wouldn't have been around. We'd have been able to go out and free and go and do concerts and do that. We got to stay in the house now because the shit is so bad now. You can't even go. You can't even go next to a person now.
Right,
The
right.
masks don't even save you no more. So what we gonna do? Be isolated? Like I said, we're gonna go back to technology because everything is gonna be on virtual now. Next thing you know, but that's what I'm saying. You better learn how to write. They was telling you to learn how to use a computer, that's what's gonna happen. Because
Yeah.
people ain't gonna be able to go face to face with nobody no more. Because it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel like
Educate your children and take care of your children. Your men, these men out here that's having babies, not taking care of their babies. You need to take care of your babies, not having other people raising your kids. Okay.
what what's crazy is people have unprotected sex, and then the
Oh,
guys
say it again.
will say, "Oh, I didn't get her pregnant." Oh, how did that happen? Obviously, it happened because you didn't use a condom. Pre-cum can make you get pregnant. People don't understand that shit.
You know where they learned that from? Because they didn't have nobody role models, because that's their mom and daddy act like that. Mom and
Yeah.
dad, damn kids. You see, they learned it from themselves. They didn't learn it from the videos. They learned it from TV. They learned it from their house. Be a
Right.
role model to your kids. Tell your kids to put on their clothes.
Yes.
Tell their kids to pick up their pants. Slap their ass when they out of line. People are scared to hit their kids. I'm going to go to jail, but you're going to go to jail for selling drugs, though. You're going to go to jail for me calling you the N-word, though. You're going to go to jail for me owing you $10, but you ain't going to slap the shit out your kids. I'll be damned. I'm allowing my kids to disrespect me. I'll be damned. I got one. That's why I got one. That's why I didn't have more than one.
I feel
I don't
you.
want to be like you. Oh, why you don't have 5 kids? God, learn from you. You see what I'm saying? We're supposed to learn from each other. See, you learn from another person. When another person is doing something wrong, oh, I ain't going to do like him because I don't want to go to jail. But we so stupid. We want to follow this fool.
Yeah.
We want to be followers. We don't want to be leaders. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King's birthday is coming up Monday.
Yeah.
Do what he said. Follow the dream. Go to school. Learn how to read and write.
Facts.
Have a dream. Okay. Love your brother. Hold your brother's hand. Lift your brothers up. That's what Martin Luther King's dream. That's what you teach it. This is what you teach your future.
Right.
Pick up a book and learn how to read. Own your own stuff. Build your own. Build your own dream. Don't let somebody else build your dream. Build your dream for yourself. Do
Facts.
research. Don't give nobody nothing without they paying you. You publish and you copyright your music, and nobody can take it away from you. You could have that for the rest of your life. That your copyright is there for 99 plus, and you could will it down to your next generation forever. Do not give away your stuff for free.
Facts, sir. So how can they get on your show? Let them know all your information before we end your interview.
Okay. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under OMF Posse. My show is every Wednesday. My next show is next Wednesday. January 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You go to Blockout Radio and you tune in, and it's the telephone number is 319-527-6196. We're going to have Sean Felder. I don't know if you know about Sean Felder. I think he's been on your show, right? Sean Felder from the Iccy Energy Drink.
No, he's on my show. Maybe her
DJ
radio.
Nicky from the Bronx. He's from the Bronx, and he's been on my show. He's been a big supporter. He's going to be on my show, and we're going to have some music by one of my members of my OMF posse, D. Roland, and then we're going to do, and who else is going to be on there?
What day am I going to be on? February 1st, right?
Right, it's a Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the first, yeah. And then my TV show is coming back up, but it's on delay right now because they was in the process of moving. So the TV show is on hold right now. It's probably going to come out in February.
Okay.
So look out for that. So I'm going to hook you up with a Zoom interview for that because we do it Zoom. They're going live stream now probably too. Everything is going live stream now. So.
Right.
I'm gonna have a new website. I'm gonna have a new flyer for the TV show, but that's what's up. But I like to give a shout outs to you, Miss Jackie Brown,
I appreciate
and Iccy Showw. I am honored and blessed for you to have me on the show, to have me express myself and let you know what I really think, and that's what it's all about. And just spreading love. And just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm about. I'm just an OG from Brooklyn, New York, Biggie Smalls, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, MC Light, you know, Houdini, Fat Boys, you know, Beat Daddy Kane. That's where I'm from, Brooklyn, New York. And I grew up there. And although I live in San Francisco, I'm always the Brooklyn at heart, always. Brooklyn, New York is always going to be my hometown, although I don't live there no more. You know, I'm going to go back for the Hip Hop Museum. All the artists back in New York City that's trying to keep hip hop alive. Shout out to them. Shout out to the OMF posse. Shout out to the Blackout Radio, Eddie Powell, Royal Crush Keisha, Mo D, Queen Savage, you know, Trill Will, all of Sean Felder, all the people that support my show, Tupac, Tina, you know what I'm saying? Actress Dee Dee Walker, live. I know you all know about her. She's from North Carolina. She has done a lot of things with hip hop that's been in my corner from the beginning. So just thank God. I'm a third stage cancer survivor in remission, cancer free. So I'm just blessed. I'm just thank God. And
to that, amen to that. God,
you
is
know
great.
what I'm saying? And check out my music. I'll be coming out with a mixtape coming out in next month called Taking Back Hip Hop. I'm gonna have a bunch of artists like Queen the Savage, Mo D, Alex Daly, who else is gonna be on there? Vero G featuring Cuban Links from Terror Squad is gonna be on mixtape. Yeah, I've been on because she's the one that hooked me up with you. Yeah, because you was on there, right? Right.
For her 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. So I was on her show too. I did an interview on her show a couple of weeks ago too. But she's the one that hooked me up with you. Yeah, shout out to her. And shout out to all the people. So I'd like to thank you again, and I'm honored and for you having it. Like I said, you know, my show is next Wednesday, so everybody call all artists that want their music played on my radio show. You send it to redheadron48@gmail.com, and I play it. And I have open slots for co-hosting the interviews in the month of February and on for the rest of the year. So all artists that want to co-host and interview on my show, just hit me up. Go on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under OMF Posse, and we just friend me up, and I play everybody's music. So
I'll be a co-host. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'll be a co-host.
You February 1st.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I got you. So
right.
Thank you so much, and everybody stay safe out there, and y'all wear a mask out there. Stay safe out there. Yeah, and have a nice weekend.
MF stay healthy out there. God bless. And we appreciate you. I'm glad you're cancer free. That's important. And hey, did you get the vaccination?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I might not have took it if I didn't have to take it. I had medical issues, but but I respect what people do. They don't want to take it. I understand, but I'm
I
not.
didn't
But
take it. I didn't
yeah,
take it.
yeah, but everybody should take it. So at least take one. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, you need to take it because it's just getting worse. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
I appreciate you, OMF from Brooklyn, New York, with the OG.
Brooklyn in the house.
Definitely.
Jay-Z, Biggie, Big Daddy Kane, Houdini, Fat Boys, Master Ace, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Das Effects. That's where I'm from, hip hop. Without Brooklyn and the Bronx, there wouldn't be no hip hop.
Definitely. This is interview number 433. I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show, sir. If you want to be a guest on my Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'm booked until May 2022. I have a couple cancellations in March, so inbox your girl. Tune in at 6 p.m. tonight on the Iccy Show with Demetrius Stewart from Louisiana. And we'll see what he has to talk about. I appreciate you, sir, coming on the Iccy Show. Stay healthy and God bless. And
All
again,
right, thank
Legend of Boston, Don Hazel. My condolences to his family. Have a blessed
you.
night, sir. Thank you.
Rest in peace. Yeah, peace.
Thank you. Peace.
Bye.
I appreciate everyone that tuned in. Have a blessed night. Stay healthy and tune in at 6. God bless. Let's go.